Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Smart Sync session for Baltimore City Public Schools. My name is Tara Mattingly, and I am the Education Consultant for Smart Technologies in Baltimore City. And joining us is Christy Rogers. Christy, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Tara. My name is Christy. I am the Education Solutions Specialist in Maryland, and I work closely with Baltimore City Public Schools. We're excited to be here with y'all today.
Awesome. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started, and what we're going to talk about today is Smart Sync. And here is my contact information if you have any additional questions. After email usually works best for me, but my email is taramattingly@smarttech.com. Always feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need any help with anything. Tonight we're going to talk about Smart Sync. We are specifically going to talk about the chat feature that is in Smart Sync, and we're also going to talk about how to block applications when you're using Smart Sync in your computer lab or if you're using it in your one-to-one classrooms with your laptop carts. So Smart Sync, I'm going to go ahead and launch it. Actually, it's down here in my taskbar. If you can't find Smart Sync on your desktop or whatever, you can always go to your menu, and it's going to be under All Programs, and then you can go to Smart Technologies, and then you're going to launch Smart Sync right there. Mac users, you'll have to go to your Finder to get it there. So hopefully everyone has been using Sync and you're having great success with it. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the chat feature, because when you are sharing content, when you're sharing your desktop with your students, a lot of times they need to ask a quick question, or they want to ask you something, clarify something. So this chat feature right here is great for that. So you can send chat messages to your students, and your students can respond to you. Your students can also send chat messages to each other if you allow it. So if I have this box selected right here, allow students to chat, that will allow them to chat back and forth with each other. So for example, down here at the message, maybe I want to say to my students, please don't forget to skip question number 11. Okay? And I can quickly send that to my students. Since I don't have student computers, you can't see what that looks like, but essentially what happens is the students will get a dialog box that pops up right here in the middle of their screen, and it'll say you've received a chat message from your teacher. And then they'll see that, and they will close it, and then if they wanted to send something back to me, then they could. Another great feature about this is that you can save it. So if I have some chat going on, I can say save. I'm just going to save this onto my desktop so I know where it is. It's going to save all computer chat history, and it tells me the date, and it also tells me the time, which is very, very useful. It saves it as a text document, so you can open it later. And then, of course, you have your clear button here. So you can clear the chat. It's going to clear from your history, and then it's gone. So that is your chat feature. Next thing we're going to look at is applications. So you have the ability with Sync to block certain applications. So for example, if I want my students not to go onto the internet, I can simply check that box. You're going to get the message, any open instances of this application will be shut down. So if the students are actively on the internet right now, as soon as I say block applications, it's going to shut that off. So if they're right in the middle of something, it's going to turn that off. These are some defaults here. Block window games. You can block those games if you don't want them to be able to play any games. So what happens is, if you block something, when the student tries to launch that activity, whether it be the internet or games or whatever you put in there, they're going to get a message that says this content has been blocked. So these are just the default ones here. You can do exceptions also. So this one, for example, says block all except the internet browser. Or this one, block all except Microsoft Office. So what that means is that it's going to block everything on the computer except for Office. So these are great, but maybe you want to have one of your own that you want to make. You have the ability to add a new one. So say I want to add paint. Okay, so I'm going to add this one, paint. I can select paint. I'm going to add it. I have the radio button selected for block the following application, and I'm going to say OK. So now I've just customized to create my own application block. So now when the students try to go to paint, it will be blocked. Maybe I want to go into my games one, and I like that all of the games are blocked, but there is one game that I want my students to be able to go to. So I can simply go in and edit my existing rules also. So right now this is called Block Windows Games, but maybe I want to block all of the games except for the following. So maybe I really like solitaire. Okay? So I'm going to remove solitaire. Oops, sorry about that. Go back in and edit. So block windows, block all of the following except, I'm going to say solitaire, and I'm going to say OK. And then what happens there is when they go into the Windows games, it's going to allow them to play all of the games except for the one. Okay? So that is how you chat with your students, and that is how you block applications when you are using Sync. Okay. Christy, do you have anything to add?
No, that's great, Tara. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully that is useful for all of you. And do we have any questions that came in, Christy, into the chat window?
Nope, we're all clear.
Okay. All right, well, thank you all, and I hope everybody has a good evening.